You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History. Minor Family Dentistry would like to bring you the following dental health tip. It's recommended to have a dental checkup no later than your child's first birthday. An adult should brush for a young child and monitor older children's brushing to ensure a good job is done. Flossing should start when teeth are touching. Minor Family Dentistry wishes you good dental health. Families, including children of all ages, are welcome. Minor Family Dentistry, 1010 Downing and Hayes. Find them in the Next Tech directory.
So, you think you have skeletons in your closet? Come to Sternberg Museum, where we let our skeletons out of the closet.
Hello, and welcome to You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. My name is Dana Stanton, and I'm the coordinator of USD 489 Early Childhood Grants. And with me today is Monica Ptacek. Good morning, Monica.
Good morning, Dana.
Now, first of all, tell us what organization you work for and what do you do there?
I'm with USD 489 in their Early Childhood Connections program. I'm the health coordinator for the prenatal to age 3 part of the program.
Now, I see by your earrings and by the leaves getting ready to turn outside, Halloween is coming up, and that's awesome. I think it's my kids' probably favorite holiday. They love Halloween. So we're going to talk a little bit about Halloween safety. And the first thing on our list is costumes. I know my kids plan costumes a year in advance. 4th of July, they're wondering what they could do for costumes. But what kind of costumes are available for children?
Well, when parents are choosing costumes for their child, they need to keep a few things in mind for safety reasons. I know that princess costumes are always a big deal, superheroes with capes, and you need to think about, can your child safely go upstairs, because a lot of porches have steps coming up to them. Is the length of their costume short enough that it's going to be okay? And also from behind, because oftentimes children trick-or-treat in groups, and someone behind might step on their cape and pull them back and cause them to fall. So that's one thing they need to look at, is the length of their costume. Also, a lot of Draculas out there and witches and dark costumes. Well, it's getting dark a lot earlier now. So a lot of trick-or-treaters are out when it is dark, and they need to be seen. So parents need to make sure that there's some kind of reflective tape
or something.
on their costume, so that the headlights and flashlights, as people are out trick-or-treating, the child can be seen. And then if they wear wigs or any accessories, make those nice and bright colored so that they're easily visible. One thing that people don't think a lot about is the shoes. Making sure that if your child goes as a clown, those great big floppy shoes are really cute and look adorable, but really hard to walk in.
Especially trick-or-treating, they're covering some distance.
Yes, they are, and they're trying to keep up with their friends, and so making sure that their shoes fit them and are comfortable enough for them to wear. Same thing with the little princess high heels. Great for when they're doing pretend play at home, but maybe not so great for a Halloween costume.
I know for my kids, we take the picture in the complete costume, and then we put the tennis shoes on, and out we go.
Right, and oftentimes it's cold and they have to wear a coat, and it's real disappointing for the kids not to have their full costume on display, but you always have to keep in mind the safety of the child first.
Now, thinking about trick-or-treat, that all around the neighborhood stuff, what kind of safety things should parents be aware of?
Well, parents need to be making that decision. At what age are your children old enough to go trick-or-treating with their friends without you? And that's a parental decision that they have to make, but they still need to talk about some safety things with their kids before they go, and set some limits with them. For parents who are going with their children, which we hope the majority are, they need to have a flashlight so that they can be seen. They need to get with their little group of kids that they're chaperoning and set down some basic rules. You need to stay with me. You need to stay with our group. Do not run ahead of us. We will only across the street at corners where it's well lit, no darting out between cars. And this is also a real opportunity for parents to have some safety talks with kids. This is the only night of the year where we go up to strangers' houses and knock on the door and ask for candy and expect to get it. So talking with your children about, we don't ever go to a stranger's house. If they say, I've got candy, come on in, it's left over from Halloween or whatever. Teaching children some basic safety things about personal caution with strangers.
Now, as a homeowner, are there ways that as a homeowner you can make trick-or-treating and Halloween safer for little ones?
Well, we all, I think, enjoy having the little ones come in their costumes, so there are a lot of things that we can do to make that a great experience for everyone. First of all, make sure that you have your porch light on, that your porch is well lit. A lot of people love, I see more and more decorations around town for Halloween, and that's wonderful, but make sure they're not blocking the walkway so that children can come. And oftentimes they are coming in groups, so maybe 4 of them will be coming up the steps at the same time. So the flower pots and the mums and the ghosts can still be out, but they just need to think about where they can put them so it's not obstructing the walkway. Another thing is, oftentimes, like you said, it's such an exciting time of year for kids. They run from one house to the next. They don't always take the sidewalk. So is your water hose rolled up and moved out of the way? Are there any tree branches that kids could trip over?
The garden hose.
Yes, the
Shovel.
garden implements that you were out doing your flower gardening. All of those things you need to just take a walk through your yard and through what you think pathways kids might take as they're out trick-or-treating and make sure there's nothing that could cause anybody to have a fall.
I've often wondered as a homeowner, should we be worried about the kinds of treats you're giving, like maybe peanut allergies or?
Yes, that is a really good point. Peanut allergies of all kinds, because kids have a number of different allergies, and also choking hazards. The kids that come to your home are a variety of ages, and you may buy candy that's very appropriate for an elementary school child, but it's a hard candy that is a choking hazard for 3 years and under. So just keeping that in mind. And then also parents need to make sure that their children know that we don't eat any of the candy until we get home because of that. If your child has an allergy.
Monica, you must have been in our van where they try to eat it before you even, after the first house, they sit down on the lawn and start eating candy. So you must know us.
Well, I think all kids want to, as soon as they get it, start eating it.
Wait,
So that's another conversation that parents need to have with their children before they ever go out, setting those boundaries that it'll be great. And, if the parent's right there, they can approve a piece of candy as they're out trick-or-treating, but just making sure that children know, wait until mom and dad have a chance to take a look at this, because there are so many allergies. And
all right. Wonderful tips. Those are some great ideas to make sure that it's a fun and safe holiday. So thank you so much, Monica.
You're welcome.
You've been watching You and Your Young Child, the program devoted to early childhood. Parents, remember, you are your child's first and best teacher. Thank you.
Thanks for watching You and Your Young Child, a program of information and services available for you and your child from prenatal to age 5. You can watch the program weekdays in the noon and 9 o'clock hours. You and Your Young Child has been brought to you in part by Minor Family Dentistry and by the Sternberg Museum of Natural History.